Evaluate each expression. Here we have expressions that include negative exponents, but there's a little bit more in each of these expressions, and not everything is affected by the exponent in each of the examples. So let's take a look at these one at a time and figure out what's going on carefully. First, we'll look at 5 times 2 to the negative third. In this case, our exponent negative 3 affects only the 2, so only the 2 will move across the fraction bar into the denominator. That becomes 2 to the positive third power in the denominator, and then that 5, which was originally in the numerator, will stay in the numerator. It's very important here to recognize that only the things that are affected by a negative exponent switch sides on the fraction. So now we have 5 over 2 cubed. We can evaluate 2 cubed. We know that it's 8. And so this is equal to 5/8. Let's look at another example. 5 over 2 to the negative third. Here, the 5 is not affected by a negative exponent, so it's going to stay up in the numerator. The 2, though, does have a negative exponent, and we can make it positive by moving it across the fraction bar up to the top. We write that as 2 cubed. Now we can't leave it like this because it looks like 52 cubed. We need to figure out what goes in between them, and in this case it's going to be a multiplication. With these problems, it's all multiplication and division, never addition or subtraction. So when something is moved from the bottom to the top, and there's already a factor in the top, those new factors get multiplied by the original factor. In this case, because we've moved everything away from the denominator, we're left with a factor of 1 in the denominator, which essentially can go away, because dividing something by 1 doesn't change itself. So this is equal to 5 times 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 8, so this is 5 times 8, and we can multiply to get 40. We've got one more example here. We've got the fraction 5/2 to the negative third. And here, the negative exponent affects everything in the fraction. Because it affects everything, everything ends up flipping. And so this becomes 2/5 to the third power. We have a rule that says if we have a fraction raised to a negative power, we can make that exponent positive by taking the reciprocal of the fraction, which is exactly what we did here. Now we can distribute the exponent to the numerator and denominator. We've got 2 cubed over 5 cubed, and when we calculate that out, it gives us 8 over 125, which is our final answer.